It is Friday, May 15th, 2020. Good morning. I'm Pastor Thor Ramsey with Center Church. Welcome to Gospel for 5, where we take 5 minutes out of our day and focus on the gospel and the one who saved our souls. I think we most often need to be reminded about what God has done in the past when He doesn't seem to be active in the present, or when we seem to be experiencing setbacks. Or how about this? We most often need to be reminded about what God has done when God appears to have let us down. Have you ever been in an emotionally downward spiral? Maybe you're in one now. It seems we need a psalm of remembrance when we're in the midst of a prayer of lament, when we're falling into a hole of depression that we can't pull ourselves out of. Psalm 105 is such a prayer. It begins this way: "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon His name, make known His deeds among the peoples." That's what this psalm is about, remembering all that God has done in the past so that we might trust Him in the present. What is the most difficult time to trust God in the present? When you feel like you've failed Him, or when you feel like He is silent? Maybe you feel like He is silent because you have failed. Now, personally, I hate the imperfections of humanity, as many people do. And this is why so many biographies often leave out the warts of their subjects. Now, I think this has changed significantly, but even in Christian history, there is a tendency to leave out the troublesome aspects of our past, or of someone that we're writing about, a Christian hero of ours. Now, how many churches recount their history accurately and honestly? Probably not many. And this psalm reminds us not to look to ourselves, not to focus on our weaknesses, but to look to God and His strength. We want to remember what God has done in the past so that we can trust Him in the present. As it says in verse 2, "Sing to Him, sing praises to Him, tell of all His wondrous works." Now, how are they telling of God's wondrous works? And the most wondrous work that God has ever done is in the gospel of Christ, in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's what the entire Bible centers around. So we're singing, we're telling praises of all His wondrous works, but especially this one. These are praises about His past exploits. And this is why Christians have a history of singing about the cross. You can't tell of a more wondrous work than the cross of Jesus Christ. And people sing about a lot of things, but there's no other gathering of people who come together to sing about the same person and His works other than Christians. Concerts are primarily about the performer, not the subject of the songs. That's why good Christian songs are centered in Christ and what He has done. In other words, they remind us, which is what this psalm has been about. It is a psalm of remembrance, urging us to remember what God has done in the past, that we might trust Him in the present for our futures. Now, what has God said to you today, and what are you going to do about it?